Namaste, Jai Bharat. After death, the person was looking for something like heaven, hell, something, and finding nothing. He searched for God. Then somehow he finds God, and he's asking, "Where is my heaven, God?" Then God says, what are you talking about? I already gave you heaven on earth. And you can't appreciate that, you don't see that, you don't like it, and you're just coming back to me and asking for heaven. There's no heaven for you here. Or there's no heaven anywhere at all. I've already given you heaven. And you don't see it, you don't recognize it, and you don't confirm it, and you never lived there, you just failed to live there. And now you come back to me and ask for heaven, nothing like that, you get lost. You just keep floating in the void. The person is confused. And this precisely is the case with the terrorists. The terrorists are taught that this life is fake, don't live here, you have a life after death. So the terrorists are convinced that after death they will go to heaven, a place called heaven, where they get everything. And especially if you die for God, if you die for the cause of God, which they assume to be jihad, then you don't have to wait for the day of judgment. That's very tricky. The person is told that he doesn't have to wait for the day of judgment, whereas everyone has to wait for the day of judgment to go to heaven. But here the terrorist is taught that you don't have to wait for the day of judgment. You can go to heaven directly without the day of judgment, because you have done jihad. You have done the God's work on earth. So you just after that, then you go to heaven, and there are all kinds of promises in the heaven. They give you all kinds of promises. You have this, you have that, you have streams of wine and beautiful, beautiful girls. Oh my God, they live for girls here or what? I don't understand. So anyway, these promises are there. These promises makes them believe that this life is empty. The real life is in the heaven, and they live to die. They live to die in the hopes for the material pleasures, the material luxuries which are waiting for them in the heaven. This is really a very funny kind of situation where someone doesn't want to live, someone doesn't want to live comfortably. You have a real actual life, and but negating all those things, you aspire for something which is spurious, which you are not sure of. I don't want to say that there is something like that, or there isn't anything like that. I don't want to say I don't know. You also don't know. I also don't know. It's just a matter of believing it. Then, when you have something in front of you, why do you negate that and go to something which you don't know? No. So this is how the jihadis function. This is the mindset of jihadis. And everything begins there, and everything goes on in that realm of spurious, wild imaginations. They are very sure that they are going to live after death. Of course, nobody wants to die. Everyone wants to live after death, but nobody lives after death. We'll meet again with some other thoughts till then. Namaste, Jai Bharat, Jai Sri Ram.